pants up?
No pants.
Oh, she's a good-looking girl, and that makes me...
That's nothing but destruction.
Oh, alright. How the police captured the Texas church assassin. Let's get into it.
Pastor?
Cartman, no crazy chats, please. No crazy chats.
Thank you for coming out here.
Please, we're trying to go on
Inside this
YouTube.
church in May,
Say hi to
Texas,
YouTube. Say hi to
locals
YouTube.
are gathering to mourn the tragic death of 25-year-old Shantae Blankenship. Somewhere within this crowd is Shantae's killer, hiding in plain sight and watching town folks pointing
That's crazy. Hood type of stuff. That's hood stuff. Only hood type of people come to your ops funeral. That's real.
suspicions in all
That's,
directions.
I didn't know people do that.
Has she had problems with anybody?
There's this guy out calling. And we used to have problems because he used to ride around with them and stuff.
Whoever it is a pretty sick person and they're still out there somewhere. I think it's your boyfriend going.
You know, she's a good-looking girl, and that makes me a dirty old man. I think that's what was said.
As detectives exhaust every lead, the case eventually goes cold, leaving this small community questioning if any one of them might be the next victim. Yet, for over a year, one unusual witness sits quietly unnoticed, holding the answer detectives had been hunting for all along.
He was so devious and smart. He just didn't know that was going to be the thing that would finally catch him.
We got a smart killer on the loose.
Man, you're
finally, this is what we've been waiting
off
for.
the freaking charts.
And here he is, right in front of us. How did I miss that?
No, this is gonna be heavy.
It's May 15th in the small town of May, Texas. Nearly 48 hours have passed since 25-year-old Shantae Blankenship mysteriously vanished after going on her usual evening walk. Since then, church volunteers have searched tirelessly for any sign of her, until this Sunday morning, around 11 a.m., when one couple stumbles upon something.
That's a creepy house. Why would a couple be walking here? Like, this literally is a place where nobody should be. Like, look at this house and this road. Like, why would you ever go back here? White people, I guess.
Emergency? I have no idea where I'm at. I am in the middle of nowhere.
Literally.
We're looking for Shantae Blankenship. Okay. We found her.
Oh, she was looking for her. That makes sense.
Okay, stay real still for me, okay? I'm going to try to ping your location. It's actually the old haunted house is what everybody calls it. Is she okay? Does she need any medical attention? Is she alive? She's dead.
Ooh.
Oh,
on the
okay.
fight.
Yeah, I've got everybody headed that direction, okay?
Right away, the Brown County Sheriff's Office dispatches 2 patrol deputies to the caller's location, an abandoned farmhouse nearly 25 miles away. Once they arrive, they find Charlie and Jackie anxiously pacing outside, ready to go into detail about the gruesome discovery they had just made inside.
Bro, sitting on the ground is heavy.
Riding around looking for her. They did everybody met at 3 at the church to go look for her, and we were just driving around.
So y'all made a...
Looked at every creek.
That's the thing I love about church communities.
The peel-out marks were already here.
Those over there, yeah.
I've seen those cracks, and they pulled in it. They didn't go on through. They were just stopped.
These aren't y'all's?
No, this is the vehicle we're in.
Are those
over to the gate?
Are those your shoe prints?
Probably mine.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's stay over here on the rocks and not walk around where there's any footprints.
Don't let
them leave there till I get out there, please.
10-4, they're waiting for everybody.
To the deputies, this discovery immediately raises questions. The farmhouse sits miles out of town, in an isolated location that many locals don't even know exists.
I'm just trying to figure out, how did you get over there? I'm back, Poppy. You gave me the nutty draw.
So, while they wait for additional officers to arrive, the deputy begins pressing for answers, trying to understand how this couple ended up here in the first place.
How long I guess y'all called immediately when y'all found her?
Oh, yeah.
Which gate did y'all jump?
I walked around the house.
Hi, YouTube.
I didn't see nothing in there. And I went out to all the outbuildings.
Do what?
Can you
I walked
be
around
on
in the
me
house.
Nah, I could just...
Didn't see nothing in there. Went to all the outbuildings.
Yeah.
And I was coming
if
back.
you want me to just like
there
be
had
on...
a bunch of grass knocked
I'm not doing it.
So I run around and looked, and there she is. She's upside down in there. And she is beat. I got a daughter that age.
I could be on you, but I'm not getting off.
She's naked. It is Jaybird on.
Did you change your rate?
White shirt. She was running around in Friday when I said,
you mean my bit rate?
If I get my hand on them He's done that. I tell you that right now.
Bro, no, bro. You talking about? I've never had a rape, bro. Please stop it.
She had the mentality of a 9-year-old.
There's an old house back there.
Yes, bro. You have to wine and dine me.
Apparently, all met up at the church earlier at North Lake, and they were just coming out, driving around looking. She's in a cellar.
You serious?
Yeah. Well, said they were just out looking for places.
That old gray house.
Yeah, I think so. They said they found hair laying out on the ground. They're like, what the heck is?
Why is a dinner date and a BJ $300? I think they missed they put an extra zero there. It's supposed to be 30. But
so they've already picked it up. It's like that ain't cow hair or anything. They were wondering around.
Hardman,
found
bro.
it in the cellar. The gate's locked, so we'll
I was about to say you better have $30, bro.
Pull in there.
Send that to the Twitch, and I'll start doing whatever you want
today. Fresh.
Indeed, these are very fresh marks, planting a terrifying thought in the deputies' minds that Shantae's killer could be somewhere nearby, keeping a close eye on the area. Shortly afterward, more units begin arriving at the scene, including the crime scene photographer. And as the deputies prepare to head towards the body's location, they'll soon realize that whatever the couple told them is nothing compared to what they're about to see.
If it doesn't fit, just like slide your dick in with the cord too.
Yeah.
To push it in.
So it's on your gun. There you go. You're good. All right, here, John.
Carmen, we know you. We see how flexible
I'll step up here and I'll grab the camera and hold it.
The bracelet's laying right on the other side. I'm assuming it's hers.
Okay. He said there's a little bracelet right here on the other side of the gate. He said, yeah, right over there in the middle of that grass. There's one of those wristbands, those little rubber bands like this one. It looks, the way this grass is right here, like someone's been through it recently or something. Knife laying on the ground. I don't know. Looks like it's been there a little while.
Yeah, it's been there a while, but we'll go ahead and photograph it just in case.
I don't see any blood anywhere though. I haven't seen drops. I wonder if someone pulled around to the back side of this house where it wasn't as obvious.
Yeah.
Let's just follow we'll follow the dirt tracks. That grass disturbed.
Grass disturbed. Good police work.
Shouldn't have any pants on.
No pants. Oh my god, no, you freaky. These dudes are freaky. See, this is what I don't like, bro. I don't like freaky criminals, bro. If you're gonna murder somebody, bro, murder them, bro. Well, if you're gonna murder a woman, bro, like just murder her, bro. Don't take off her pants and then fuck her. That's weird. Why you fucking a dead body or even a live body? That's weird. You know, man. Just fuck her. Just fuck her. And if you couldn't get the pussy and you had to kill the girl, then to take her pants off to kill, then to get the pussy, it's more of a problem. Cartman, you are interested. I bet you are. This is your type of case now.
Video here. I want to say he said he pulled this metal back. We need to find out. I mean, because you can see where there's a path right through here. Man, this grass is still thick. There's not gonna be any prints. This metal right here we'll need to process probably, or I would say. Here's another pink band right here, John.
Oh, I thought the cop's pants was off. Never mind.
Legit homicide, it looks like.
There's blood all on that rock right there. Once all your guys get out here, I'm sure they'll want to go through this building and make sure that there's not something inside here either.
Yeah.
On the ground, halfway inside the cellar, lies Shantae's deceased and partially clothed body, beaten so severely that she is almost unrecognizable. Beside her is a broken lawnmower blade stained with blood. Its condition and placement leave investigators with little doubt that they are looking at the murder weapon.
What if he tapped raw and didn't pull out, so then he went in for the double kill? I'm not gonna lie, bro. She might have gave him something, low key, bro. We just gotta keep watching, bro. There might be a reason on why he did this, bro. We gotta figure out when he fucked, when he slipped it in. Maybe he got her pregnant and was like, plan B, plan C, plan B didn't work, plan B didn't work. Time for plan C. Feel me? Plan C.
All of it, the secluded location, the sheer brutality of the attack, and the way Shantae's body is positioned leave deputies wondering just what kind of a deranged person could have done this.
Literally
Following
anyone.
this,
Cartman.
Shantae's body is taken away for autopsy
Cartman's
while
doing
officers
this
clear
type
the
stuff.
abandoned house. Inside, they find trash, empty alcohol bottles, and decay, but no blood or signs of a struggle. The next step for investigators is to speak with the remaining search volunteers. So they release the couple who found the
Dude, her
body,
name
instructing
is,
them
Chanel.
not to tell anyone about the discovery to avoid alerting the killer.
Not
But
tapping
that's
somebody because they have a weird name is crazy.
easier said than
But then at the end of the day, I'm thinking, like, would I really tap someone who's named Bernice? Oh, Bernice. Yeah, no, I'm not feeling that, bro. It's not good. Yeah. Karen. Yeah, no. I'm not. Yeah, it's a turn off.
done, because for Brown County, discoveries like this carry a familiar weight, as the area has been no stranger to tragedy.
This is the thing I can read.
In 1989, 13-year-old Amanda Goodman was abducted while walking home from school and murdered. 7 years later, in 1996, 30-year-old Juan Laurels was found shot to death beside his burning car. Decades later, both cases remain unsolved. And even more recently, police recovered the remains of 2 missing residents in remote areas of Brown County. So while investigators hope to keep details of Shantae's murder from spreading, in a town this small, news travels extremely fast. And investigators are about to learn that the hard way.
I'd be in some, but this is saying your name.
Because May, Texas is a deeply religious community, the search for Shantae has been organized through the local North Lake Community Church. So investigators head there, but by the time they arrive, the situation has already changed dramatically. A volunteer firefighter has just informed Shantae's family that her body has been found, putting deputies at a significant disadvantage. And as the deputy approaches the church, he's met with uneasy stares from the crowd as he scans the room for any potential suspects.
Okay. Who are you looking? All right. I'm just looking.
Oh. Good.
I'm just making observations.
Oh, appreciate it.
The crowd.
Thank you.
You're not doing what, sir? Okay. That's fine. All right, come on. Hey, folks, could you have your attention just a minute? Folks? Hello?
Folks.
Ladies, gentlemen. If you believe you have information that will assist in this investigation, I ask you don't discuss it with anybody else. I don't want you to mix your notes with anybody else's notes or anybody else's observations. That's important because I want your recollections to be your own.
10,000 I meant.
Thank you very much for your cooperation. Pastor? How are you, sir?
I meant 10,000.
Okay. Doing well, sir.
Thank you for coming out here.
You bet.
While the community may not trust the deputy yet, they do trust Pastor Ron Keener. Having spent nearly 5 decades in ministry and years helping local charities, he knows this town inside and out, and having him on their side could prove invaluable to the investigation. As the deputy continues moving through the church, he notices people beginning to leave. With no legal authority to stop them, he urges Pastor Keener to help gather Shantae's family and those closest to her. But as detectives begin speaking with the people who knew Shantae best, one person quickly draws their attention: her boyfriend, John Adams. And as they sit down with him, his behavior would be nothing like what you'd expect from a grieving boyfriend. But before we get to that, it's worth noting that covering stories like this,
oh my God,
realized think about but people they use credits. Check at holdfree.com. Highly suspicious.
My name's John Harper.
6 out of 10 ad skip.
I don't get in trouble anymore.
What does that mean?
Told me if Frankie Salazar.
Maybe a 5 out of 10.
No. Now I remember who you are. Yes, now I remember who you are. How long have you been with her?
Over 3 years. October 17th.
Okay.
3 years?
How did you and her get along?
How we got along?
Yeah.
I mean, there was times, I ain't gonna lie, we'd argue, but she's not capable of handling things. She has mental problems. She has a habit of yelling and stuff, and I just try, sometimes I'd just leave, and then sometimes I could just talk her out and be nice, she'd calm down. But she just has, I hate to say it, she expressed herself different. Sometimes it was like a wall, but but she showed me love, you know what I mean?
Despite just learning that Shantae has been found dead, Carton doesn't ask a single question about what happened to her that night, leaving detectives to wonder if he somehow already knows. At this stage, deputies are looking for anyone who may have had a reason to harm Shantae, and without hesitation, John would point investigators towards another man, someone who had just slipped out of the church the moment the deputy arrived.
Anything else you can... Has she had problems with anybody?
There used to be this guy, Colin.
Guy where?
Colin looked like he looked like a killer.
Colin Smith.
Well, I mean, we used to have problems because she used to ride around
like a
with him
murderer.
and stuff, and he used to just do stupid stuff, and he like ride around drunk, stuff like that, and I didn't like that, and he like I should hang around and stuff, but pretty much me and him got into it one time because he came out to the house, and she was drunk there, all drunk. I'm
all drunk, just all drinking.
I'm like, what the hell? And me and her stepdad were out there and straightened out, and I never heard much out. He pretty much turned his nose.
I'm saying, bro. Hold up. As much weed as I smoke, bro, weed will never cause a fight. Alcohol, though, once you put some Don Julio, that new Henny iced tea in your body, I'm telling you, black people, they start fighting. Anybody start fighting, bro. The anger just want to come out of you. But when you smoke your little weed, that's all you want to do is calm down, bro. So if you do a drug, bro, smoke weed. Word. That's how I'm feeling.
Okay. And then
because they
I've
just
heard
fight.
Mom goes over there. I mean,
all you do is fight with that Hennessy iced tea,
it's
bro.
just something I can't really get myself upset about. And
it's a love triangle.
But
we on Love Island with this.
Over.
As John's interview comes to an end, deputies still aren't sure what to make of him. Although he agreed to speak with them voluntarily and remains cooperative, detectives find his behavior oddly unconcerned. For now, John points investigators towards the only possible suspect he can think of, Colin Smith, a man deputies soon learn is no longer at the church. And as the church empties and the night comes to an end, detectives decide to wrap up the interviews and continue the investigation at first light. But when the community finally learns who the killer really is, they would be left speechless that someone they thought they could trust was capable of such evil.
I want to know who the killer is.
Been brutally murdered, and here he is right in front of us. How did I miss that? How did I miss it?
Oh, he's right. Oh.
The next morning, just as deputies prepare to head back into town, they receive a major update from the forensic team. The initial autopsy results are in. Shantae's cause of death is determined to be blunt force trauma to the head and neck. Her injuries are consistent with the broken lawnmower blade found at the scene. She has no defensive wounds, while bruising on her arm.
Like, okay, hear me out. I didn't know cops could, like, really get that in detail, like figure out, like, I know they could figure out the murder weapon and like match it, but like I guess it's like pairing like who's who, but like I guess
arms suggests she had been dragged by the elbows, but investigators uncover something even more disturbing. Shantae's body had been violated as she was dying, or even after her death. Male DNA is recovered, giving detectives their first concrete clue about the person they're looking for. And combined with the sheer brutality of the attack, investigators begin to suspect that this was not the killer's first time, and that other victims may still be hidden somewhere.
Ooh, this is good video.
At 10 a.m., deputies make their way into town and split up, interviewing men throughout the area and collecting DNA samples in hopes of identifying the killer. Suspecting they're dealing with a serial killer, they know they can't afford to waste time, as anyone could be a potential suspect. But the terrifying part is that they have no idea which of those encounters will be the one with the killer.
I guess you know why I'm here.
Well, I'm sure it has something to do with Shantae.
Yes, sir.
Shantae?
What do you know about Shantae, sir?
I lived here about 4 years, and she walks up and down the streets every day.
Something was said, and I'm not sure about the source because I was just assigned to come out.
Okay.
Something about, you know, that you had said that you get excited when you see her.
There might have been a comment made to say that, you know, she's a good-looking girl, and that makes me...
Weirdo old dudes, bro. Weirdo old dudes. You always gotta get yourself caught up because you want to catcall some female, bro. Like, she is 21 and you are 73, bro, in a happy relationship. Please just stay in your marriage, bro. You were 73 and an old man. Nobody dealing with that, bro.
Dirty old man. I think that's what was said. And I don't give a shit if you're male and you're going to look at a young lady and say, well, damn, she's pretty, you know?
Yeah, I hear you.
What? Nah, Kyle, we don't hear him. We don't hear him. I don't hear him.
They got on that gate, started, came open with him. He told me she's pretty.
How long ago was that?
Oh, that's been
10 years.
Oh, okay.
And you just seen her and waved to her. You didn't stop and talk to her.
I talked to him. I had to stop and talk to her in the past. So she's a good little girl.
You know,
Good
there's
little girl.
boys that would, want to be with her, and John said that he was her boyfriend.
Oh, so she must be that it girl.
You never know,
After speaking with more than a dozen residents, detectives uncover a troubling reality. There is no shortage of men who knew Shantae, knew her routine, and may have had the opportunity to harm her, meaning there are still too many possibilities and no clear suspect. So, in search of a breakthrough, the lead detective contacts Shantae's family and learns from her mother, Michelle, that the last person likely to have seen her before she disappeared was her closest friend, Caitlin. After getting Caitlin's address, detectives drive to her house, unaware that the woman they're about to meet may hold the key to unraveling the entire case. Because no one in this house knows Shantae better than she does, or the three strange men who had recently entered her life.
Caitlin, we're just trying to get as much information on this as we can. Will you just kind of tell me about Friday? What was she talking about?
She was talking about a whole bunch of different stuff. One thing that really got me was she told me her and Colin got back together. Her and her boyfriend John talked about how they broke up because she didn't like him, and then said that
Man, I hate that girl. Like you girls just want to break up with guys for no type of reason. Like you want to break up a 3-year relationship because I don't like him. I don't like him anymore. He don't make me happy. He's not putting in 100K. He's not doing that. He's not planning dates every other weekend. Bro, he's literally taking care of your house, bro. He's doing everything for you, bro. That's so weird. That is so weird.
Actually, Colin told her to meet him in the shed behind his house that night. Sorry.
Behind the shed? What
Take your time.
And then this guy, he drove by us in Bronco. It's white and red. You know, when you see somebody you think is really creepy, you kind of get this. He looked kind of creepy, and he waved at her, and she was like, "Yeah, that's so and so." He really tripped me out.
Caitlin points to the 3 men who may have been involved in Shantae's disappearance. John, Colin, and a third man she can't remember.
Oh, so
except
they work
for
together.
one detail, a red and white Ford Bronco.
They work
Once investigators locate the only matching vehicle registered in the area, the name comes back as Bobby Sosa. So with 3 potential suspects now at the forefront of the investigation, John, Colin, and Bobby, deputies split up and head out to each of their homes. The first team makes their way to Bobby's property, and when officers arrive, they're immediately struck by something unusual. A strong odor coming from inside the trailer.
Oh, no.
Just to follow up on everything. I don't think you were being, misleading with us or anything. But just for us to cover anything, since the vehicle's in the area, do you mind if we go in your trailer and just make sure everything's okay and there's nobody in there?
Yeah, you can check. There's nobody in there, but it's a mess.
It's just more just to cover all of our bases.
Sure, I'll say we did. No problem.
Any guns in there, anything like that?
No weapons.
No weapons.
Maybe a pocket knife here.
That's fine.
All right.
How long you lived out here, man?
Like I said, man, in a month.
Oh yeah.
You just moved out here and you getting yourself out of trouble?
Sure, we've been in worse.
I don't know. Not unless you got a hoarder around here.
Do what?
Oh, we got plenty of those, man. Hoarders.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that freezer looks like it works good, man.
Runs on propane.
Do what?
It runs on propane.
Really? Yeah, as long as we're here real quick, your storage unit shit right here. Is that cool? Appreciate it, man.
They checking everything. They don't care. They not letting nothing slide.
Get it. You know the dog bit.
No. That smell?
Yeah.
Coming from the RV and it's on my tanks.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah, I gotta use that little thing there because I'm out of gas. Go haul it to that
place down the street.
Oh, really? You got to dump it in that and then haul it down there?
Yes,
They said they mentioned that smoke real quick.
I'm trying to get everything good.
You're good, man.
Sound like David.
Despite the strong odor on the property, which Bobby claims is gasoline, officers fail to find anything that connects him to Shantae's murder. And while officers continue questioning Bobby, another team makes its way to Colin's house. At first, they're prepared to treat him like any other potential witness, but Colin's behavior and his refusal to cooperate would soon shoot him to the top of the suspect list.
How you doing, sir? Learn how to cooperate, boy. You're not above the law.
Ride with me up to the SO, and that, yeah, and I'll bring you back.
I gotta do it.
Okay, you don't want to go with me?
I mean, it's ridiculous that I'm even being looked at. She's got a boyfriend or a husband, John Adams. She's like infatuated with me. She'll just walk up and down.
Did y'all have any type of physical relationship at all? Because some of the people we talked to is that y'all had a relationship at one time. So never.
Don't lie.
What kind of relationship did she and the boyfriend have?
He'd always pick her up and tell her to go get her home, and he treated her like a dog. And there's a lot of people that are kind of looking at him. I mean, it's...
Yeah, well, he's not... I mean, he's one of the people I'm going to have to interview. Are you working anywhere right now?
I do lawn mowing out here.
Okay.
According to Colin, he never had any kind of relationship with Shantae, but detectives aren't buying it. And when the conversation turns to his job, Colin reveals he works in lawn care, giving him access to the same type of weapon detectives believe was used to murder Shantae.
He outed himself,
but seeing how defensive Colin is becoming, detectives decide to leave, asking him to come to the station the following day to provide a DNA sample and answer a few more questions. So now, with 3 key figures firmly on the investigators' radar, detectives back at the station begin taking a closer look at each of them, and what they uncover is peculiar, to say the least. John has prior burglary and assault charges and withheld critical details about his relationship with Shantae. Bobby has a previous assault charge against a woman and was known to spend time near the area where Shantae's body was found.
Yeah, so they're all good.
Colin, while having no known criminal history, has long been the subject of rumors about his violent temper. And this is when detectives realize that any one of these men could be Shantae's killer. But figuring out which one will prove far more difficult than they expected. As the day comes to an end, rumors begin spreading throughout the community, and neighbors start keeping a watchful eye on one another. And with Shantae's funeral set for the following day, detectives will be doing the same, watching the crowd for a killer hiding in plain sight.
I've always had this different part of me. It just wants nothing but destruction and evil. It wanted to kill somebody.
The following morning, medical examiners released Shantae's body to her family for the funeral, but not before delivering one final unexpected update. Examiners have discovered unusual markings on Shantae's chest. Markings investigators cannot explain and believe may point to something ritualistic. To make matters even more unsettling, detectives realize Shantae had been murdered on Friday the 13th, a detail that only adds weight to this theory.
Nah, that's scary. If y'all know, y'all know.
The markings are significant or simply a coincidence. Investigators file the possibility away as the community prepares to say its final goodbye. Around 11 a.m., nearly 100 churchgoers begin gathering for Shantae's funeral. The church is so crowded that some are forced to wait outside, and among them, patiently waiting, is Shantae's killer. Inside, Pastor Keener leads the service as the family and friends pay their final respects. The ceremony lasts for hours, though a handful of attendees quietly slip away before it ends, including the man responsible for Shantae's death. A short time later, Shantae's coffin is carried to Pleasant Valley Cemetery, where she's finally laid to rest.
I'm not gonna lie, that's the funny thing, bro. White people they be taking 50 minutes with everything. 50 minutes, or not 50 minutes, they be taking 50 hours with everything, bro. Like, they'll plan the funeral, it'll be on August 1st, and then, wait, when you having a reception? October? What? That don't even make sense. Yeah, bro, we just couldn't book the venue. Black people... And when's the funeral? Today. When's the reception? Right after. Same day. Man, that's how it is, though. Yeah, black people do everything quick, bro. What the hell, bro?
And despite all their best efforts, police failed to recognize the killer. With the funeral over, detectives turn their attention back to the investigation. They call all 3 key suspects and ask them to come to the station for questioning. Around 4 p.m., Bobby and John are first to arrive at the station, handing over their phones to be searched for potential evidence. And as detectives sit down with both men, it quickly becomes clear that they both have some explaining to do.
Of course, I guess they told you when they downloaded the phone, they get everything.
Like
they get pictures, they get text messages, they get phone calls, all that stuff. Right? And do you delete your text messages?
Yeah. But I was like lone places and they put my phone up there.
No, that's not what these text messages that you deleted. And you know what I'm talking about because you even told somebody, hey, my phone's clean. What are you worried about DNA so bad about?
I'm not worried about it. I just don't like needles. I don't like such things.
Well, she was like, I don't know why you're so worried about giving DNA.
What do you mean?
She said you were texting her and asked her, well, they want my DNA. Why did they want my DNA?
Should have whatever.
That's what the text message just said.
Woohoo! They bringing up them text messages on them boys.
I just don't want that. It's not all the time thing. I mean, like, I just might go to a friend or something like that.
I don't care. I don't care if you smoke. I don't care if you smell. I don't care. Well, I don't care about that. I'm talking about what we got going on right now. And then we find your phone, and you knew we were fixing to look at everything. Yes, sir. And then we find the message going, or because they can tell what's been deleted and what hadn't been deleted.
Yes.
And then they look and they like deleted. If you did have something to do with this, you need to let me know now.
I would have told you day one. Okay, if I would have been around anything serious like that, or knew anything, or anybody, I would be.
Or knew anybody that had anything to do with it, or
anything. Because if I had anything to help out, I have nieces out there, I have my sister up there.
Until we figure out who this person is, I mean, everything's kind of like you said, kind of on a lockdown because everybody's scared to death right now.
Yeah.
Shantae told one of the girls that she was walking with that night that she was supposed to be coming back to meet Colin Smith.
Yeah, that's what we've heard.
Would that make you jealous if she's going to go over there and meet with Colin?
She running around with another boy?
Yeah, it made me jealous, but it was still sincere in a way that I can't do anything about it. I mean,
so
wow, you the boyfriend?
Mad if she was hooking up with somebody else? It wouldn't make you mad.
It would, but not to stand this far away. Of murdering her, I mean, I would never do that to that girl. I don't really have much family around here. My dad's in a nursing home. Sisters in Dallas.
Well, that would make it even worse, though, because the one person that you care about, if she's slipping around with somebody else, that would, now the only connection you got out here,
now just move on.
Upon speaking with both men, detectives notice they appear more nervous than before. That said, they also know both have prior run-ins with law enforcement and could simply be wary of being wrongly targeted. But one detail stands out. Only John appears to have deleted messages from his phone. By the end of both interrogations, only circumstantial evidence remains, so detectives release the men while instructing them to provide DNA samples. Shortly afterwards, Colin arrives at the station, and this time, things would take a very different turn.
Oh yeah.
Feeling as though he may be their strongest suspect yet, investigators immediately ask him to take a polygraph test. And as they sit down with him, it doesn't take long before Colin admits he hasn't been entirely honest with them.
Whoever it is a pretty sick person and they're still out there somewhere, whether it's a guy or a girl. I mean,
what do you think it's going to take to pass the test today?
To pass the test? What do you mean?
What do you think it's going to take to pass the polygraph? Honesty, yeah. Yeah, that's going to be the...
I'm an honest person, so I hate liars, so. When she was with John, she always had ace bandages and on. Always looked like something was wrong with her. She was always telling me about him putting her hands on her.
Were y'all pretty sexual back then?
Yeah, just a couple of times. And I told him no the other day just because I was scared.
As far as how she died, what all do you know about how she died?
Alright, this is the first story we got. Alright.
Oh, so you got a story. Why you want to tell now? Why you want to tell now, Mr. Talker?
It's really sick to think how many people out there have been gossiping and like making their own stories up, you know what I mean? Like,
what do you think the person that killed her is feeling right now?
I don't know.
I think they're feeling a little guilty about it. Do you think
I think it's your boyfriend, John. Only thing I can say is maybe Dawn did it out of like a crime of passion, you know.
Interestingly, Colin admits that he was, in fact, involved in an intimate relationship with Shantae, but he insists that he has been truthful about everything else. However, that claim would soon be put to the test when the polygraph examination begins, and before long, something would happen that would cause Colin to abruptly end the interview.
Oh, he's cooked.
Hey, Colin, when we take this test, man, I'm starting to see some things in here that's a little bit concerning to me. You know, you got to be sure to be still when we take the test. First off, secondly, you know, you got to be keep everything the same. As far as when you're answering, there's a little bit of movement going on. Okay, so just everything you do, just be yourself. Okay,
man, that's what they saying. He lying. He lying. He lying.
Question to ask you is going to be today.
Did I kill Shantae Blankenship?
Whether it be through strangulation, whether it be through blunt force, whether it be through whatever, did you physically cause the death of Shantae? Is what?
Oh, so that's the answer right here.
Okay, so your response is no. What have you not been honest with me?
I've been honest to you about everything.
Okay, so why is it showing that you're being deceptive about this?
I guess because I don't understand how what's showing. Tell me what's showing.
You're not even.
You don't even know what it's showing.
To those questions where I'm telling you to lie about it, where I'm telling you.
Because he told me to stay as calm as I can and look at the board, so I'm just saying yes and no.
Yeah.
Yes and no.
And you know what? The reactions that we're showing on this is, man, you're off the freaking charts.
His shit all the way up, bro. His shit fucking going up.
And that's up to you. I can't force you to be here, but you're the one that's
oh, so he can leave?
Clear this thing up.
I did come in here to clear it. I gave DNA right off the bat, the very first one to test for DNA, and I came in here willingly. This is a bunch of crap, man.
Yeah, there's the door.
Oh, so I did what I was supposed to do.
So he just pieced off. Yeah, you did it.
Walks out of the room.
Yeah, he just pieced off after the lie detector test, gang. Yeah, you did it. He's cooked. He's cooked. Just say you did it.
Detectives begin to believe they may have found their killer. Because while Colin had been adamant that he had nothing to do with Shantae's death, his polygraph results appear to tell a very different story. His elevated emotional responses, reflected in changes to his breathing, heart rate, blood pressure, and perspiration, suggest he may not have been entirely truthful when answering questions about Shantae's death. That said, polygraph results aren't foolproof and aren't admissible in court as proof of guilt. DNA, however, is a very different story. And with DNA samples now collected from John, Colin, and Bobby, detectives believe the answer to who killed Shantae must lie with one of them. The samples are sent to the Tarrant County Medical Examiner's Laboratory in Fort Worth, more than 100 miles away. And while detectives and the entire community wait for answers, the killer remains free to roam the streets. A month
later,
the DNA results
took a
finally
month?
arrive. But when the DNA profile is entered to the National DNA Database, there are no matches. No match to John, Colin, or Bobby. And no matches to any known offenders in the area. Detectives are with a troubling possibility. Perhaps their killer wasn't a local, but someone passing through town who had already disappeared for good.
What? 18 months, gang? It took almost a year to figure this Oh my god.
investigation. In October 2017, another investigator who had worked on Shantae's case, Carlisle Gover, would make an incredible discovery. While watching a true crime show, Gover learns about an emerging technology known as DNA phenotyping, a technique that had successfully solved another cold case by generating a snapshot prediction of what a person may look like using only their DNA.
That's crazy.
The next day, Gover rushes to tell the lead detective, Scott Bird. Within hours, the $4,000 needed for the testing is secured and the DNA is submitted. And as the image slowly begins to take shape, suspects would be eliminated one by one until the true killer turns out to be someone no one ever expected.
Yeah, by the time that the Blankenship case came along, we had a couple of cases that had used the phenotyping information to help solve their cases.
Over here cheating the cases,
given the
bro.
investigative capabilities that they had at that time, which were not DNA, he managed to avoid leaving any clues that got him caught. But he did leave DNA.
Cool.
He just didn't know that that was going to be the thing that would finally catch him.
This is Dr. Ellen Greytak, Director of Bioinformatics at Parabon Nanolabs, the company behind the snapshot technology detectives used in the hunt for Shantae's killer. Within weeks of receiving the DNA evidence, Parabon's team analyzes the sample and generates a snapshot report predicting the unknown suspect's physical appearance. And as soon as it lands on Scott Bird's desk, he immediately recognizes the man, 21-year-old Ryan Riggs. Years earlier, before entering law enforcement, Bird had taught Ryan in the 5th grade. When detectives dig deeper, they discover Ryan had been there the entire time. He was a longtime family friend, attended Shantae's funeral, rode around with John calling out her name during search parties, and even hugged her parents at the wake. Detectives now know it was...
So you're telling me he did all that and he still murked her? It took a year to figure it out, but we figured it out, bro. We got you, bro.
Was all an act. A years-long act that Ryan managed to make.
Literally, this is just shows you, bro. You never know who's fake. You never know who's real. You never know who can do what, bro. You like it's to a point where this guy was living with this girl basically. It was over, bro. It was over. That's crazy.
Contained perfectly. On November 9th, officers head straight to his address, but instead, they're met by Ryan's parents, who reveal that he has already fled. Within hours of the image being released, Ryan manages to slip away, and once again, police are back at square one until the following evening at a church service when Ryan decides to do something completely unexpected.
As I do before every service, Scott, I stand in the parking lot greeting people, and there was Ryan standing there with his mother, Michelle, and he said, I'm going to turn myself in tonight. He said, I murdered her. And I said, at that point, I'm going to step out in the parking lot and call Sheriff Hill.
So he's just saying he did it and nobody said anything. It took almost a year. Oh my goodness, these people is crazy.
Thank you to the law enforcement center. He said, yes, sir. I want to confess to them.
To detectives' surprise, less than an hour ago, Ryan had unexpectedly shown up at a Wednesday night service where he made a horrifying confession. He was responsible for murdering Shantae. Not only that, he had just walked into the sheriff's office alongside Pastor Keener, saying he wants to turn himself in. Baffled by the situation, detectives bring Ryan into the interrogation room, and when they sit down with him, they let him speak, trying to determine whether this young man in front of them is truly the dangerous killer they've been hunting for nearly 2 years.
So this happened on Friday the 13th. Tell me about that day. How did you start that day out?
I don't remember how I started the day. It was just like an average day to me up until I did what I did. I had stopped and asked her if she needed a ride. She got in.
Alright, so what has going on so far in this? The girl Chantel Blankenship found murdered, naked, buried like I think like 5 miles away from her house in a random home. Police find her. They have 3 dudes. She's in a love triangle. So They think it's the boyfriend. It's not the boyfriend. They think it's the dude she's fucking. It's not that nigga. His shit was, but he was on. They brought him in for testing. Nigga zoom zoom zoom. Nigga shit was going up. Shit sound ass. Just like you, Sab. A whole lot of it. It's a whole lot of ass. But the niggas fucking now. Niggas saying niggas was in the fucking funeral service the whole time.
Truck.
We gotta watch it.
And then out of nowhere,
and they just generated his face.
And began to strangle her.
They generated his face from
back to my
DNA that he
truck
left
and got
on
a
her.
lawnmower blade out of the back of my truck. And I went back to where she was. And I beat her to death with it to make sure that she was dead. I've always had this.
Just
like
no
this
reason?
Different part of me that it just wants nothing but destruction and
Oh
evil.
no, fuck this nigga. Oh, fuck this nigga, bro. Throw this shit, throw him under the jail. Throw him under, anybody who can come in and say that shit to the cops. I just want destruction and evil. Throw him under the jail, bro. Death sentence immediately. Immediately.
And whenever I saw her that day, it took over. So I knew what I was trying to get. It wanted to kill somebody.
Ryan's description of what he did to Shantae perfectly matches the details from the crime scene, details that had never been made public. To detectives, it leaves little doubt that he is, in fact, the killer.
If you could say something right now to Shantae, what would you say?
That I'm sorry that I did what I did.
Nah, you can't say you're sorry after killing some girl, bro. Stand on that shit. Say fuck her. Say fuck her. Say fuck her, bro. I fucking hate her.
What do you think you deserve?
If you kill somebody, you might as well just say fuck them, bro. Don't say you sorry.
All right, you are officially under arrest for capital murder.
With the charges laid bare, Ryan Riggs ultimately pleads guilty to the capital murder of Shantae. When news of Ryan's arrest reaches Shantae's mother, Michelle, she releases an emotional statement thanking the community for its support.
Hey everyone, I don't know if everybody knows, but we caught him. We got him tonight.
We got him
for a capital murder trial. God has blessed us with him.
Got him.
And it breaks my heart because this man went to church with her, and he's just a kid himself. I wanted everyone to know that we appreciate everything y'all have done.
In 2018, Ryan is ultimately sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. But even with Ryan behind bars, the abandoned property where Shantae was found continues to haunt the town. The site became infamously known as the Haunted House. People regularly jumped the fence to explore the property, reopening old wounds for Shantae's family. Eventually, in 2025, both the house and the storm shelter were demolished in an effort to finally bring peace to the community and allow it to move forward.
Yeah,
and while this case left Texas shaken by a killer hiding in plain sight, our next case takes us to Florida, where
that was a cool video. That was a good video.